Hey everyone! So in today's video, I'm so excited to be sharing some hidden gems with you guys. I love finding hidden gems on my channel. I love a good underdog story. I feel like all of these makeup items deserve a lot more love. Of course, I love a lot of popular makeup items as well, but with so much beauty out there, I find it really satisfying to kind of dig through the beauty landscape and find those products that just really sing and deserve a lot more attention. So if that sounds good to you, my name is Amanda. I do a lot of these videos, so you should definitely subscribe. Before we jump into some makeup favorites, I do want to talk about my Dermatica personalized treatment. They are sponsoring this video. A lot of you know that I have been on tretinoin on and off for 3 years. For the majority of that time, I have been using my Dermatica personalized formula. The reason I started tretinoin in specific is because it is essentially the gold standard when it comes to fighting fine lines, reducing fine lines. It's really great for cell turnover in general, and I knew I wanted to keep using tretinoin as I moved into my 30s. So again, my main concerns were just making sure I was preventing and treating any fine lines that I had, but I also deal with acne. I have acne-prone skin, but because tretinoin is an exfoliant, it also really helps to keep my acne at bay. All that being said, whatever your main concern is, the reason I go back and recommend Dermatica specifically is that their dermatology team creates a personalized formula for you based on what you're looking for, your skin needs, your skin tolerance, and they are prescription strength, which is very important. The main difference that I have seen in my skin is just an overall clarity. The clarity of my skin, the overall brighter look, kind of softening of any post-acne marks and fine lines. That kind of clarity is the reason I really like tretinoin. I'll throw up some of my old before and afters as well. I am planning on taking some new ones just because I did take a little bit of a break. I couldn't recommend it enough. You also have their team on hand, so if your formula isn't working for you, if you have any questions, you always can go back to them and they're very responsive. So if you'd like your own personalized prescription formula, your first month with my code AmandaZ is only $4.99. So I'm really glad they're giving you guys a code. And then also I think you get 10% off your second month with that code as well. So just follow any of the links down below to pick it up. And if you have any specific questions on my tretinoin journey, if you want follow-up videos, definitely leave all of your comments down below. I'm happy to do more videos on it because it is something that I'm pretty passionate about. Now, my first makeup favorite that I wanted to talk about is an eyeshadow from Moira. These are the Star Show Shadow Pots, and specifically, I wanted to talk about the shade Eureka. Moira is definitely a brand that more people are finding out about now, but I am still so blown away by the amount of people that have not given them a go. I love that they are, in general, a more affordable brand. Not all of their products, I think, feel luxurious and have a really nice formula texture. However, these are absolutely one that I would recommend, and this has been a new favorite one and done eyeshadow. I am wearing it on my eyes today. This shade in particular is a warm brown with these absolutely gorgeous, stunning silver sparkles. It is one of those glittery topper formulas, so if you are familiar with the Bodyography glitter pigments, the Hourglass scattered lights, this is definitely in a similar vein. It reminds me of kind of a cross between the two. It isn't quite as densely pressed and thin as the ones from Hourglass. However, this one does feel like one of the more brighter sparkly top coats that I have personally used. So if you're going for impact, I think that they are so beautiful. I particularly really like this shade because, you know, I really enjoy kind of a mix of a warm and a cool. A lot of my favorite one and done shadows typically are like that, but something else I really enjoy about them is that you're able to kind of sheer them out to create a little bit more of a wet effect, and that's what I did today. I mean, you can certainly build them up and get a lot of impact, but I love this kind of soft wash of brown with these really pretty wet sparkles. That is definitely what I lean towards. As a lot of you know on my channel, I am a bit predictable. We'll say that. Of course, these are affordable. Take that out of the picture for a second. This is just a really beautiful formula. The color looks really expensive. Again, I really enjoy the overall look, and I think that the texture, for as much impact as you're getting, I feel like a lot of products are way grittier, way more difficult to stick onto the eye. Like, this has a really great balance. Definitely a one and done eyeshadow that you all will be hearing more about. Such a beautiful product. Now, this next item is also for the eyes, but it's a little bit different. It's not a makeup item. I've been using it so consistently in my makeup routine, and it's always in my makeup bag, that I feel like I just need to talk about it. They are the Lumify drops. This is essentially an eye drop that helps with redness overall in the eyes. I don't always get the best sleep. I think a lot of us struggle with that. And as we get older, I feel like our eyes naturally get more veiny. Like, I think it's just like a part of life. These Lumify drops work pretty instantly and give me just a really bright, milky white look to my eyes. And I find that my makeup, like my eye makeup, looks better. It looks more polished and put together when I'm using this, just because the clarity of my eyes looks brighter. Everything kind of looks more like wide awake. Ironically, I didn't put them in before this video. I personally am just such a fan because these don't work the same way like the typical redness relief drops do. Those actually work by constricting both the veins and the arteries of the eyes. So as you continue to use them, they can actually exacerbate any redness issue that you have, because you're actually constricting airflow to the eyes. However, with the Lumify drops, you're not closing off the arteries and shrinking those. You're just dealing with making the veins look less prominent. So you're not going to be dealing with the constricting of airflow to the eyes, which is why I never used those redness drops before, because that always kind of scared me. But these, you don't have to worry about that. I know that if you wear contacts, you should put this in before your contacts and then wait a little bit before you put the contacts in. And obviously, if you have like chronic redness in the eyes, it's definitely better to just go to your eye doctor and, you know, make sure that you're taking care of like a long-term issue. So as always, like, talk to your doctor, but I have just personally found these to be something that I use almost every time I do my makeup. If I just want to look extra perfected and on point, I will go in with these, and I've been really, really loving the result. The next product that I wanted to talk about is one that I've talked about before on my channel, but it's just crazy to me like how many people are absolutely obsessing over Benetint from Benefit. But believe me, I love Benetint. I think it's so pretty. It's just a beautiful strawberry cherry lip stain that you can put on your cheeks. You guys know the drill with that one. Why are more people not talking about Cha Cha Tint? Cha Cha Tint is so beautiful. It's been one of my favorite products that I have used for literally years. So I decided in this video that I wanted to go out and recommend it again. Now, Cha Cha Tint is a little bit more of that tangerine color, and the formula is a little bit different. It has a little bit more heft and milkiness to it, whereas, you know, Benetint is very liquidy and thin. More of a, you know, classic lip or cheek stain that you would expect. You know, you can shake up the bottle and literally hear the liquid, but this is a little bit creamier. What I love about it is that even though the color looks quite intense, you know, that bright kind of tangerine orange, on the cheeks, it really shears out and just offers this beautiful luminosity to the skin. It really wakes up a look. I use it all year round, but, you know, especially if you're going for a touch of that like sun-kissed effect, it just brightens up the skin and gives you that natural color. I use it all over my cheeks, onto the nose, and really it doesn't necessarily look like a lot of blush either because of the formula, because the formula sits so closely on the skin. Another reason I absolutely love the formula is that I can actually blend it with my fingers. You know, there are a lot of brands that are like, you can just blend this in with fingers, and you try and actually do that and it's like a nightmare. This is one of those really easy to work with lip and cheek products. It is not going to be something that immediately stains the skin when you apply it directly on. Now, I think you're always better off like putting this onto a finger and then onto the cheeks. But here's the deal, like I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Sometimes I just stripe it on, take like a big brush and just blend it out and it works fine. But you know, as far as a cheek stain, especially for beginners, one of the best formulas and an absolutely stunning color that I really, really enjoy. You know those makeup products that you're like, oh, no brainer. I'll just grab this. I know it's gonna look good. That is definitely one of these products for me and has been in my routine for, again, years. This next brush is something that, listen, I know brushes are not like the sexiest thing to talk about. If there is one brush that you get from BK Beauty, make it this one. This is one of the best eye brushes I've ever used in my life. So it is the BK 208. This brush, you are able to get such a quick and easy winged eye with this. It is just so good. I don't think a lot of people talk enough about these kinds of brushes. I think some of us tend to just use the brush that like comes with a potted eyeliner, for example, or we're using liquid liners that already have a brush tip. So you know, brushes like this were just, you know, they aren't talked about as much as like a classic crease brushes. But I'm telling you, this has completely changed my makeup routine. You know how people are like, this changed my makeup like forever. I will say that when I can't find this, I am visibly upset because I don't want to do a winged eye without it. Here's what you do. You take it, you pop into a darker shadow. By the way, I am going to be talking about this soon. Both my poll indicated and me kind of internally wanted to do a little bit more of a deep dive. So just know that this video is coming. So you just take a little bit of a dark shadow, and because the brush bristles are soft, but also dense and kind of hold their shape, you're able to just get such a crisp line every time. It is not scratchy either, which is half the time the reason I don't want to use eyeliner brushes, period, is that I don't want them to feel irritating near the eyes. And this one feels soft. It applies the product perfectly. It does have a touch of a slant and a taper that I think makes it really easy to control. However, the brush is soft and the bristles are a little bit longer than I would typically expect. But man, is this like a perfectly designed, engineered little machine. It is so good. Could not recommend it enough. This product for the brows, if you love a big bushy brow, you like a really pushed up brow look, but you're not like a huge fan of a soap brow, this is where I would lead you. So this is from Linda Hallberg. It is the Infinity Power Brows. It is a brow gel and a mascara. I use it for the brows, but you can tell that you could use it for like as a clear mascara if you wanted to, because the bristle is quite big. It does have a tapered end, so you can get a little bit more precise with this. But what I love about this formula is the way it is never crunchy or heavy in the brows, and it just pushes them up and still adds a bit of this kind of fluff. Some brow gels, I feel like they make my eyebrows look like thinner somehow, just the way the formula interacts with the brow hairs. It kind of like slims them out a little bit. I don't know why that's the case. Again, it just kind of makes them look a little bit wet. These bristles do a really amazing job of kind of collecting every hair and coating the hairs really lightly, rather than some of the plastic applicators can't do that as well. And also you can see some of the bristles are a little bit firmer and thicker than others. Like, do you see the difference between like the black bristles and the clear ones? I personally find that it kind of adds this like defining factor to the look. I think the use of the different kinds of bristles was really smart. I think the gel itself is really good. And also you get like a lot of product. You get 0.25 ounces of product in here. Overall, it's definitely one of those products that if I want my eyebrows to like really last throughout the day, look really put together, but still have like a nice fluff, I'm reaching for this. This is a product that I do recommend all the time in the summer, but I wanted to give it another shout out. It is the High Roller from Topicals. It's their Ingrown Hair Tonic. I wanted to recommend this one specifically for like the bikini area on your legs, under the armpits. I really love using this because ingrowns happen, especially for me. I have more sensitive skin. This is essentially an exfoliant that is in this kind of roller applicator, so you can just like roll it on anywhere you need it. For me, it takes like a couple days and then everything is mostly cleared up. So good, very, very dependable. It also has niacinamide in here, which I really enjoy. It helps just like with an overall brightening effect. The thing is, with a lot of solutions or also maintenance, like you can definitely use this for maintenance of those areas. It needs to be easy. This is so easy and so convenient that I always like to go back and recommend it because, you know, I feel the same way about some lip balms. If I have to stick a finger into the lip balm and it's like midnight and I would rather not, then I'm probably not going to do it. For a nighttime skincare routine, I want it to just be so fast. And the fact that I can still treat something that's going on with this while it also be fast, like that makes for a really good solution to me. So really love this one as well. And those were all of my hidden gems, but if you think that I need to be trying out one of your hidden gems, definitely leave it down below and I will do some more follow-up hidden gem videos this fall. I will leave my discount code AmandaZ and my links down below if you guys do want to get a personalized formula from Dramatica. Thank you again to them for sponsoring the video. Thank you to you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in my next one.